Hi there. Earlier this year, we examined our findings specific to financial institutions. Today, I would like to share some of the gaps and opportunities identified by examining our 2025 third-party sender ACH audit findings. The most significant risks weren't caused by a lack of effort or a lack of awareness. They actually stemmed from gaps in ownership, oversight, and accountability across third-party relationships altogether. For financial institutions, third-party senders, and third-party service providers, the message is clear. Compliance can no longer be viewed as a periodic activity. It must be embedded into the way organizations manage risk every single day. As payments ecosystems become more interconnected, organizations are relying on increasingly complex networks of service providers, fintech partners, originators, and third-party sender relationships. It's a little like supervising a busy pool on a summer afternoon. The more people involved, the more people there, the more important it becomes to know who is responsible for what. The organizations that are best positioned for success are not necessarily the ones with the most controls. They are the ones with the clearest governance. Across our audit findings, 4 themes emerged repeatedly. First, organizations are still struggling with role clarity. In many cases, entities did not fully understand when they met the definition of a third-party sender or what responsibilities accompanied that designation. Others completed required activities such as their audit and risk assessments, but they lacked clarification or documentation needed to demonstrate their compliance. This is not simply a documentation issue, though. It's often a signal that compliance responsibilities have not been clearly assigned and embedded into ongoing operations. Second, due diligence and risk monitoring are not always keeping pace with business growth. As new originators are added, transaction volumes increase, and payment use cases evolve, risk profiles change. Yet, many organizations continue to rely on the processes designed for a much smaller or less complex environment. Effective oversight requires ongoing monitoring, periodic risk assessment, and exposure management practices that evolve alongside that business. Third, contractual frameworks often lag behind operational reality. We continue to see situations where the agreements do not clearly define ACH-specific responsibilities, oversight expectations, or obligations among multiple parties. When accountability is unclear in agreements, it often becomes unclear in practice. And finally, organizations continue to underestimate the importance of operational disciplines such as authorization management and notification of change processing. While these activities may appear administrative, they often provide an early indication of whether controls, communication channels, and accountability structures are functioning as they are intended. Taken together, these findings point to a larger strategic issue. The greatest compliance risks rarely begin as major failures. More often, they start with assumptions, the same assumptions that lead someone poolside to think, I'm sure somebody else is watching. In risk management, that's rarely a strategy. Assumptions that someone else is performing a review, or assumptions that documentation exists, assumptions that responsibilities have been communicated, assumptions that processes are working as designed. Strong ACH risk management programs are built on verification, visibility, and ownership, not assumptions. For financial institutions, that means strengthening oversight of third-party sender relationships and ensuring governance frameworks evolve alongside changing business models. For third-party senders, it means treating compliance as a core operational discipline rather than just an annual exercise that you check the box for. The organizations that will be most successful in the years ahead are those that view compliance not simply as a requirement, but as a strategic capability that supports your growth, trust, and resilience. The findings from this year's audit provide a valuable reminder that governance matters, accountability matters, and clear ownership matters. Because ultimately, the goal is not simply to pass your audit. The goal is to build a program that can scale and can adapt and perform consistently as the payments landscape continues to evolve. Until next time, thanks for joining me.